Hey everybody, welcome back to creating scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today I'm going to show you another Blender trick that you may or may not know. Okay, so if you're working in Blender, creating scenery, working on a building or an aircraft or something that's symmetrical, all right, sometimes we work on half of it and then we apply a mirror modifier to it, right? You guys all understand that. Specifically aircraft, right? All right, so here's what happens to us sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add a mesh, and we're going to add, let's find something funky. Let's add a gear. All right, so we get this three-dimensional gear, okay? And then I don't need this anymore. And let's go into edit mode, and let's go to tilde-T for top view, and I'm going to turn X-ray on for right now. I'm going to make sure I have node vertex select. I'm going to select half of these vertices, and I'm going to delete them. Okay, so we have our object. All right. So we can see what our object looks like here, right? Okay. Now we go in, we work, and then we want to see what it looks like symmetrical. So we go to add modifier. You may not see it underneath me, but we're going to add a mirror modifier, and obviously it adds the modifier like we all know and love, right? Okay. But let's say you've done some work and you're saying, all right, I'm ready to apply that mirror modifier. So I get out of edit mode and I simply come over here and I apply the modifier. So if I go back into edit mode, it's back to the way that the gear was when we originally entered it, right? Okay, so let's say you've already done your mirror, you've applied the mirror modifier, but then you started working some more, and let's say you went in and you took this vertice, we grabbed it with G, moved it in the Z direction. You've taken this one over here and moved that in the Z direction like that, and then you've taken this vertice and you've G-X'd and moved it in this direction, okay? And so we get this, right? Now, you could go in, turn your X-ray on, and select those vertices that were making up the other half and delete them and then reapply a modifier, right? You could possibly do that, all right? But that may take a little bit too long, all right? But there is another tool to fix your symmetry, right? So I'm going to show you what that is, all right? So what we have is, like I said, I want the left side to be the same as the right side, but I don't want to do all of this delete and recreate my mirror modifier and all this stuff. All you need to do is come up to mesh in edit mode and come down here to Symmetrize, and notice that our object is now symmetrical by just hitting a couple buttons. Quite useful, all right? So you didn't have to delete half of it and reapply and then add a new mirror modifier, okay? So if you come in and let's move this one up, let's just move this over here without an axis and move this one here without an axis, okay? Now you've made some changes, but then you want this to be symmetrical again, right? So you come up to mesh, go to Symmetrize, okay? And the reason that didn't work is because I didn't have everything selected. So I'm going to hit A, I'm going to go to mesh, I'm going to go to Symmetrize, and now my object is symmetrical again. Okay. Now let me show you the symmetrical menu, context menu that comes up. So I'm going to hit Mesh, Symmetrical, and down here in the context box you have different options to control that symmetry. Okay, so if you hit the arrow, it's going to open up the different options, the direction of your symmetry. Now, if you remember, if you look, this pink line is the x-axis, the green is the y-axis, all right? And I made my changes on the positive x side, right? So down here for the direction of my symmetry, when I apply use that Symmetrize tool, I want to make sure that I'm going in the positive x to the negative x. That's the direction of the symmetry. So if I was working down here on the negative y and I want it to be symmetrical on the positive y, I would choose the negative y and the positive y to make sure that it's symmetrical on top. So depending on how you split your object, okay, depends on how you want to apply that symmetry to your object. Okay, so I hope this helps in your model building, and yeah, it's a useful tool. Okay, it's just a little quicker than deleting the left side and reattaching a mirror modifier and then applying it again. Okay, this just gives you a quicker way of doing it. So I hope this helps, and I will see you guys. Hey, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that kind of stuff. If you feel inclined to support me on this channel, buymeacoffee.com/myphysicalworld. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.